Fire last night, there was screaming last night, and it was all for a good cause.
Well,
and there was food flying everywhere.
I mean, it sounds like a war zone.
That's how I had to start off this Friday.
And I think
which
it's a great
is absolute fun chaos that happened last night.
You had a lot of fun.
It was great. This is one of the best events that I've ever been part of. It was totally different from some of the usual fundraisers that I've done before. So this is a picture of some of the local celebrities and stars that all of us know here in Arizona. This was Cooking with the Stars last night for Easter Seals, Blake's Foundation. And you may recognize, not that.
Look at you,
no.
coming out
that,
with
I didn't
bells.
realize they were going to do, they did that for everybody, but it was Luis Gonzalez and then Chuck Cecil and his wife. And of course, there's Mr. On right there. And what you do is you actually are there with the teppanyaki chef with fire, and then you're throwing stuff at people.
Look at that.
And it says in the invitation and the instructions before you're supposed to do this, that don't let people fool you into thinking that they don't want you to throw food at them.
They do.
If you're wearing a silk shirt or something, you just beware, because it's coming at you.
Put a napkin on or something. I mean, who hasn't dreamt of being a teppanyaki chef and doing did you do the little choo-choo with the onion?
I did.
Oh, you actually did?
Yes. I had to say I was a little intimidated by it because I never realized I would be center stage one day in my life doing it.
And it's all for a great cause, too,
it really
right?
is.
I mean, you guys did a lot of good.
They help like more than 40,000 children and adults with disabilities in Arizona. And it's great to be part of it.
Just incredible.
It was a lot of fun last night.
And speaking of food, this is kind of going viral online. People are a little bit outraged by this man who bought a lock to keep food away from his wife. So this guy's in the UK, and they're calling it online kind of a crass phrase. They're calling it a choc block, because he's blocking his wife from getting the chocolate that's his.
Let's start with the fact he'd be my ex-husband at this point.
Yeah,
that is not happening.
Anybody would be upset, but the post itself has like 60,000 shares on it, so people are really liking it or not liking it, because it kind of started a comment war in the comment section. And so it's this product on Amazon called the Lock-a-Box. So if you want to anger your spouse, go on Amazon and get that.
Or be single very quickly.
Yeah.
Here's another thing that's outraging a lot of people. This is a nice fun topic at your barbecue on Saturday night. This Halloween costume, which just blows my mind that A, somebody would have this idea, and B, somebody would wear it.
There it
just
is.
Take a look at your screen right now and just guess what this is.
So what you're looking at here is, they call it the nicest neighbor costume, which, if you're guessing by the sweater, there you go, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers' sexy costume.
Where do I even begin with that?
I don't know.
And what is it about Halloween that just makes it totally okay for women to dress up in like scandally not saying if that's what you want to do, absolutely, but it gets a little bit carried away when you're doing like, I don't know, Sesame Street or Mr. Rogers.
Can you guess who this is?
I don't want to know.
That's Bob Ross.
Okay,
Bob Ross,
maybe a little more.
Sexy Bob Ross. Then we have a plant-based costume. You know, all those famous veggie burgers that are really popular these days.
Which you got for us yesterday.
Plant-based. Yes, we had some Impossible Whoppers yesterday, and they were
talk
delicious.
about that.
And a little more political here, we
boy.
have the tariff sexy costume, which, you know, I guess is going to cost a lot of money for a lot of people.
Let's see what wins out. Let's hope it's not
every year,
option A.
They're getting worse every year, I feel like, right?
Yes.
Less and less clothing on these people. And topless baristas now, and they're men, obviously.
Right.
But, it's just
but that's a little different.
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit different. But a costume is once a year. Those guys are working topless every day.
Yeah,
Walgreens.
it's like, oh, look what my mom was for Halloween this year. Okay.
Right.
Walgreens, you love Walgreens.
I am
it's
obsessed
your favorite
with
little
Walgreens.
place.
I spend so much time in that place, and you know why? One of the big reasons?
Why?
They accept dogs. You can take your dog in with you.
I did not know that.
So every time I walk to my neighborhood Walgreens, I bring Henry in, and they don't even care about me. They greet Henry. They're like, Henry's back.
Do.
I know.
Henry has such a ridiculously lovable face. He's the next Disney character.
He is.
You could design an entire party around that dog.
Totally. The reason we're talking about Walgreens to begin with is because they're starting drone delivery. So you can stay at home and say you catch a cold or you just want a snack or something to drink. They're going to start droning it straight to your place.
They just start throwing NyQuil down at you.
Well,
take it.
I'll take it. No prescriptions, though. They say you can't get prescription drugs for obvious reasons.
That makes sense.
But we were also looking a little bit bit online, and we found something, you know, there's always new products coming out that are trying to solve some sort of an issue. And so we found something that's kind of ridiculous, or is it kind of genius?
I think a little bit of both. You know how people get so upset about fanny packs?
Yeah.
No more after you see something like this. You can buy these.
Yeah.
And if you see somebody walking like that, first of all, he probably doesn't look like that.
Probably not. So this design is supposed to be, it allows you to sit anywhere you are, basically. So there he is. What I don't get is he stands up and then he just immediately sits back down just to
Because
pivot.
you can, Alex.
He has to get his other beer
That's
from
called
the fridge, I
burning
guess.
calories there, because you got up and then you
got
sat
up for a
back down
second.
again.
Hey, at least you get your choice of colors, right?
It doesn't spin, unfortunately.
And it doesn't spin when you put it on, although that could be the next model. It just, you know, I have this standing desk that I'm so crazy about.
Yeah.
But now I shouldn't have gotten it because I could just get this now.
You know what I
could
just
sit at
thought
my
of?
desk. What?
That is an amusement park must-have.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
You're right.
You should be able to rent those at Disneyland.
Where would you put it when you
You
go on
just
the roller
strap
coaster?
it to all your kids.
Well, when you go on the roller coaster, where does it go? It just stabs
Oh,
the guy
that's true,
behind
yeah.
you? Let's not do that.
They just
maybe.
put all those
They'll
in
have
the
to
pile
think-
where the roller,
Yeah.
where the
Fold it up.
Yeah, just all off to the
stuff.
side.